Okay, today we're going to take a look at some stuff from a company called Black Tree Design. As you know, I'm looking at my Empire army and trying to source alternative miniatures for the various bits and pieces. So I had a look at Black Tree Design, and I have to admit, a company I hadn't heard of until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I perused their website and I identified a couple of good-looking ranges that might suit my need. So I got these three chaps as a sample. These are from their fantasy range, and their Averaign Halberdiers is their designation. I personally think, looking at them, that they would make quite nice state troops. Well, maybe not state troops. I think provincial troops, because their dress style is slightly different than like the high Renaissance sort of clothing. But from my point of view, I'm doing two armies. I'm doing the army of the city-state of Middenheim, and I'm doing Midland. So these will fit quite nicely into my Midland army. They are very, very nice. I'll explain more about the plan with the Midland stuff in a separate video, but for now we're looking at these miniatures. First impressions, they are very, very, very exquisite looking chaps. The detail on them is quite superb. They compare very well with the high quality sculpts that you get from Games Workshop. Very well indeed. I am suitably impressed. You have to forgive me; they're not actually glued to the bases because I haven't run them through a wash yet, and I haven't cleaned up any little bits and pieces of flashing off them. So these are as they come, straight out of the packet. I think the thing that we all want to know is, how do they compare with my three samples? Well, as I've repositioned the camera now in a better way than I have done previously, let's pop in my my three. This is my the sample I've been using, which is the Empire Greatsword from the Storm of Chaos era. As you can see, he lines up beautifully. He looks well. Here is the modern era plastic State Trooper from GW. Once again, he lines up beautifully. He's very much the right size and proportion. And here is my Ratnik chappie from, as you can see, I think the three of them fit in quite well. These are very, very, very good replacements, in my opinion. You can't argue with that, can you? I mean, they actually would all rank up together. I mean, there is a difference between the new up-to-date GW and the older GW. For example, this one is a slightly bulkier, more GW-esque than this Greatsword. So there you go. That's a size comparison of those chaps. And as I said, they are the Averaign Halberdiers. I did ask for them to get a look at some of another range, fantasy range they do, the Helsinian range. Now, from my point of view as a Empire player, they're not going to suit my need in my army. I just wanted to have a look at them because I just wanted to have a look at the size comparisons. They did say when I asked them that these were probably a bit small. These were the the Helsinian models were probably slightly smaller. They're more 25mm, and I think if I just take out the Averaign halberdiers out of the mix, bear with me, and stand these chaps up, you'll notice they are quite small in comparison. Not too bad. I think the issue for me, from a war games point of view, is the base sizes. I'd have trouble fitting them on a 20mm base easily. Although I think they would make pretty good Chaos Warriors if anybody's looking for some Chaos dudes. I'll show you the 3 that I got, just so you can have a look at them. They are quite nice looking chaps. Very evilly looking. I wouldn't want to meet them on a dark night. So there you go. Oops. Bear in mind, they're not based or anything, so they might fall over. But if you can see the difference in scale. Like I said, when I asked them about the sizes, they said that this range was probably more a 25mm range, and would be smaller, which I have to agree they are. But even so, I think if you've got if you actually got a load of these for a Chaos Army or something, or some form of mercenary force or whatever, you could use them quite happily in Warhammer. They'd fit in quite well with the fluff. So they're very nice models, don't get me wrong, they are really nice models. Bear in mind, as I say, they're straight out of the packet. I've not cleaned up, I've not touched them with anything yet. This is how they are when they come. So there you go. Oops. So that's the haul from Black Tree Design. I'll just pick my hand with these, and I shall definitely be getting some of these. They are brilliant. They are really, really good. So yeah, the other thing I'd like to say about Black Tree, looking at the ranges, they do historic and fantasy stuff. They do 100 Years War range, and the late period I think would suit Bretonnians really well. They've got billmen, archers, unarmoured swordsmen, mounted people, everything, and they really would suit. They do look very good for Bretonnians, and the dwarves are brilliant. I might be getting some dwarves off them, mainly because they're dwarves. I don't know whether you remember. Years ago, there was the Grenadier. Was it Grenadier or Marauder? Marauder did dwarves, Empire dwarves with the feathers and all that sort of stuff. Well, guess what? Black Tree have dwarfs like that, so I might be getting some of them to swell my dwarf army, because obviously I use dwarfs as an ally to the Empire. So there you go. Especially with being Middenheim. So that's it. Black Tree Design. The Averaign halberdiers are definitely in my Grand Army of Middenland. The Helsinians would make pretty good Chaos Warriors, if it's a tad shorter and less bulky than the GW standard. But like I said, I don't think you'll notice too much on a table. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.